People across the fandom have been whispering the same question for months, and now it's becoming too loud to ignore. Something feels different between V and Jimin, and fans can't stop asking whether Taekookers had a role in creating that distance. The debates are everywhere, from Twitter threads to TikTok edits to late-night live-stream discussions. Everyone is trying to figure out what actually happened, why things shifted, and why there are moments where the two seem farther apart than they used to be. The situation didn't appear overnight. For a long time, V and Jimin were the pair everyone recognized for their natural closeness. Their friendship felt easy, warm, and genuine. They shared inside jokes, side glances, comforting touches, and a kind of brotherly affection that made fans feel like they were watching two people who trusted each other deeply. But as the fandom grew, so did shipping culture. And shipping culture didn't just grow, it exploded. Taekookers became one of the biggest and most intense groups within the fandom. They had passion, dedication, and endless content. But some of them took things far beyond imagination, creating storylines, narratives, and theories that sometimes pushed other members, especially Jimin, into uncomfortable positions within the fandom. Suddenly, Jimin wasn't just a member of BTS, he became a character in Taekook fanfiction, a rival in fan-made narratives, or even the obstacle standing between Taeyoung and Jungkook. Through time, this attitude didn't stay contained inside fan circles. It spilled into comments, mentions, hashtags, and even replies on the members' personal posts. Jimin, despite never doing anything wrong, became a target of accusations, edits, and sometimes even harassment from extreme fans who insisted that Taeyoung and Jungkook were meant to be and that Jimin interfered. This is where the big question begins. If V cared about his relationship with Jimin, why didn't he publicly tell Taekookers to stop? Fans have been analyzing this for years. They watched how V responded to antis, how he addressed hate toward BTS members in the past, and how he often spoke up about protecting the group. So when he stayed silent as Jimin became a target of certain extreme shippers, people started to ask whether his silence meant agreement or whether something else was happening behind the scenes. Some fans believe V simply didn't want to give attention to negativity. They argue that idols rarely address fan wars directly, and doing so would only feed the fire. Others think that V, being someone who values peace and calm, avoided speaking on the issue because it would cause a huge explosion within the fandom. There's also the possibility that V didn't even know the full extent of what was happening online, especially how severe and cruel some of the attacks on Jimin were. But there's another theory, one that fans keep returning to again and again. What if V and Jimin weren't as close during certain periods, and V's silence wasn't intentional, but simply the result of the emotional distance they were already experiencing? This idea scares fans, but it also explains why some moments between them started feeling awkward or tense. The timeline shows that during certain years, especially when Taekook shipping was at its loudest, V and Jimin seemed visibly less together in group content. They weren't fighting, but the warmth felt dimmer. It was as if something had shifted quietly and no one knew why. That led to the next wave of questions that made fans even more confused. Does V dislike Jimin? Is there something deeper happening that nobody knows about? Could jealousy be involved? The thought of V hating Jimin feels impossible for most fans. Their history is too deep, too emotional, too real. From debut to their most vulnerable years, they leaned on each other. They supported each other during hardships and shared some of the most touching moments within the group. So the idea of hate never truly made sense. But frustration, hurt feelings, misunderstandings, those are human. Those are real. And those could happen to anyone. Some fans believe V might have felt jealous, not of Jimin himself, but of Jimin's closeness with Jungkook. While Jikookers see Jimin and Jungkook's bond as something natural, strong, and beautiful, there were times where V looked left out or confused. Moments where he tried to join conversations but couldn't. Situations where inside jokes went over his head. Times where he seemed to observe instead of participate. And if you notice those moments, you start to see a pattern. V has always been someone who values connection deeply. When he feels close to someone, he invests fully. When that closeness shifts, even slightly, he notices. And sometimes when people feel replaced or less included, they pull away without meaning to. Fans started to wonder whether that's what happened with V, whether seeing Jimin and Jungkook grow closer unintentionally hurt him. Even if he never said it, even if he never meant for it to show, small moments can reveal a lot. Some fans point to certain interviews and group interactions where V looked unusually quiet or distant whenever Jikook were being playful together. Others remember times when V and Jimin had moments of tension, moments that seemed small but carried emotional weight. And when you combine that with the pressure of shipping wars, fan expectations, and constant public scrutiny, their friendship may have gone through a natural but painful shift. But then the question circles back. If V felt anything, jealousy, frustration, confusion, could that be the reason he didn't defend Jimin more strongly against Taekookers? Or was he simply unaware of how deep the issue ran? Or was he trying to avoid making things worse? Fans have tried to piece together clues. They've looked at V's livestream statements, where he once said he disliked delusional shippers. They've examined his comments about respecting members' privacy. They've rewatched old clips where he defended BTS as a whole, but none of those moments directly addressed the specific attacks Jimin experienced from the more extreme Taekook fans, and that silence left room for speculation. Another layer to this story is something many fans don't want to talk about. Jimin himself never asked fans to stop the attacks. He never addressed Taekookers or Taekook narratives. He never corrected false assumptions or spoke about jealousy theories. Jimin has always chosen to stay silent, smile gently, and focus on his work. But fans who know him well believe he must have been aware, because how could he not? When thousands of comments flood your name, your relationships, your intentions, some of it has to reach you. So what did Jimin think of V's silence? Did he feel hurt? Did he understand? Did he avoid the topic? Did they talk about it privately? No one knows, but the tension became something the fandom felt even when the members didn't say anything. Then there's Jungkook, the person who accidentally sits right in the center of all the drama. Some fans believe Jungkook's closeness with Jimin unintentionally fueled both Taekook jealousy narratives and Jikook rivalry narratives. Every interaction between the three was magnified, dissected, interpreted, and exaggerated. And while the members themselves likely didn't intend any of this, the fandom created a pressure cooker around their dynamics. As time went on, V seemed to grow more cautious about interacting publicly with both Jimin and Jungkook. Jimin stayed warm but private. Jungkook tried to be neutral to avoid triggering any fan wars. It was like all three were walking on eggshells, not because of each other, but because of the fandom's reaction to every tiny moment. This led to the biggest question yet. Did Taekookers really cause the crack between V and Jimin? Or did the crack already exist and Taekookers simply made it worse? People who believe Taekookers caused the cause say the harassment toward Jimin created emotional distance. People who believe V felt jealous say the distance came first and the fandom simply filled in the blanks with hostility. Others think it was all circumstantial. Timing, growth, personal struggles, and the pressure of being global icons. But the truth is more complicated than any theory. Because if you look closely enough, you see moments where V still looks fond of Jimin. Moments where Jimin still looks protective of V. Moments where the old warmth flickers through again. Nothing ever fully disappears. Not real friendship, not real history, not real connection. Which is why fans are still asking and watching, because something about their story still feels unfinished. In the end, the question of whether Taekookers caused the tension between V and Jimin doesn't have a simple answer. The truth is likely a mix of many things. The pressure of massive shipping culture, the emotional weight of growing up together, the shifts that naturally happen in long friendships, and the misunderstanding that comes when millions of people watch every move you make. What we do know is that V and Jimin have a history too deep to be undone by fan theories, jealousy rumors, or online conflicts. Their bond may have changed, but change doesn't mean disappearance. Sometimes people just need space to grow, redefine their relationships, and reconnect when the time is right. And if there's one thing the BTS members have taught us again and again, it's that their real feelings exist far beyond what fans create online. Whatever happened between V and Jimin, whatever caused the silence, the distance, or the confusion, it belongs to them, and they're the only ones who can shape what comes next. If you want more deep dives like this, unfiltered, detailed, and focused on the moments fans actually notice, make sure to follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There's still so much more to uncover.